Yet his distant gaze and slumped posture convey a sense of desolate abandonment, far removed from any jest or merriment. Stanczyk is a 19th century painting by Polish artist Jan Matejko, and many art enthusiasts consider it to be one of the saddest and yet most powerful compositions ever painted. The central figure of the painting is Stanczyk, said to be a famous court jester during the Renaissance in Poland. He sits alone in a dimly lit room, his head bowed, and his expression is nothing like what one would expect from a fool. He appears somber and lost in thought. Could the figures in the background have something to do with his sorrow? Two men and a woman gesturing with a fan, perhaps in a flirtatious manner, form a lively scene that starkly contrasts with the
Yo, what's
jester's
good, broski? How you been, bro?
This painting in 1862. It portrays the most famous, renowned, and respected jester in Polish history, Stanczyk. Stanczyk was a court jester who served King Sigismund I the Old during the Polish Renaissance in the 16th century. The full title of the painting is Stanczyk during a ball at the court of Queen Bona after the loss of Smolensk, a title that encapsulates the entire meaning of the artwork. According to legend, Stanczyk was more than just an entertainer. He was a sharp,
Ridiculous!
who used satire to
Bro,
comment on the political disorder of the
Prisoner
monarchy.
of Azkaban.
In the painting, Stanczyk
clown
is
was
shown
crazy.
sitting, or rather slumped, into a combination of red and black to evoke a sense of helplessness and despair. Stanczyk, a jester whose job is to make others laugh, appears sad, poorly postured, and alone, while a lively celebration unfolds behind him, signaling his disapproval of the monarchy's act Smolensk, which brings us to our next point. A discarded letter lying on the table bears the year 1533, written in distorted script referencing the Russian invasion of Smolensk. Smolensk was a major. It's worth noting that the year 1533 on the letter does not align with the actual fall of Smolensk, which occurred in 1514. This discrepancy remains a topic of ongoing debate. Stanczyk's lute appears in the hands of a dwarf. The lute, a symbol of glory and prosperity, is now held by someone from the lowest social class, signaling the empire's deep decline and its shameless misconduct.
Yeah, as if he's been in that position for a minute.
Through the open window, we can see Wawel Cathedral, where Polish kings were crowned.
You got the camel toe and everything.
Near it, a comet streaks across the sky, a possible omen of misfortune. And finally, the saddest detail,
painters were actually
Stanczyk's marotte lies discarded on the floor. To me, this is by far the most heartbreaking image, as it shows the jester no longer has the will to make others laugh, because he is sad, because he is disillusioned. Matejko's painting of Stanczyk is also widely known as the paradox of the sad clown, which in essence represents a psychological analysis of comedians, clowns, or actors who bring laughter to others but cannot find joy themselves. A number of psychological studies conducted with performers, especially comedians, have shown that these individuals often use humor as a coping mechanism to mask their inner
skate
traumas.
tonight, of
It makes me
course.
wonder, suffer from the paradox of the sad clown. This work by Matejko is considered by many to be one of the most melancholic and at the same time one of the most powerful paintings in the history of art. It conveys such a profound range of emotions that it's hard to believe it all fits within a single canvas. Matejko was one of those exceptional artists whose mind, I dare say, seemed to be made of stardust and golden
it's a painting of Copernicus.
The depth of his paintings, the meanings they carry, stardust and golden silk.
We can never neglect these works of art. Like, this is by hand, like, painted, bro. Like, holy, you got the Freemason shit right here, Tim. Like, yo, big Copernicus. Shout out to Copernicus.
The depth of his paintings.
Soul.
The meme to be
That's what they used to call the sun, bro. Crazy. The soul. That's gutty.
The depth of his paintings, the meanings they
full,
carry,
bro.
and above all, his almost supernatural ability to depict the of artistic greatness. Stanczyk's brilliance became a topic of conversation in many cities during the 16th century. The German philosopher Nietzsche once wrote, "Man is the only creature who suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter." And perhaps there is no image so deep.
Man is the only creature who suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter. Yo, that's Tough. Nietzsche was mad sad, I'm not gonna lie. He's fucking like lighten up, bro. If Nietzsche, whatever the fuck, however you pronounce his name, if he had weed,
deeply that he.
that's crazy.
If after hearing the story behind this painting, you'd like to have it in your home, now you can, by purchasing it directly.
No. W painting though. Mate, whoever do that paper, your mom's a hoe. What a beautiful painting.